Hello, sir. Please, can we know your name?
Yeah, my name is Honorable Bello Sarki.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you know your senator and House of Rep member?
Of course.
Can you tell us?
House of Rep member is Honorable Shehu Barua Beji from Niger State, Boso Paikoro Federal Constituency.
All right, and your senator?
My senator is Senator Sani Mohammed.
Okay. So, why do you think the focus is usually on presidential election and not state and National Assembly elections?
No, you see, presidential election is an election that takes emotions from the voters. And so it has a serious bandwagon effect on other elections, especially the governorship and the House of Assembly election. A party that wins presidency is always go back to the state, and then they will say, look, don't go to opposition. Already I am the president and other things. If you vote for the one that has won the presidency, you have a lot of what do you call the government attention, government patronage, appointments, and other things. And so that is why it has it's like a do or die or a battlefield at the presidential levels.
Okay, so now knowing that they are the ones representing us, how do you think we can shift this focus?
Focus on what?
The state and National Assembly elections. How can we shift the focus from presidential elections
to where?
To the states and National Assembly elections.
States and local government are more critical than the federal government. Okay. I don't know president, I don't know when to see my president, but I know when to go to my House of Assembly member and complain. I know when to go to government house and complain to my governor.
Hi. Please, can we know your name?
I'm Grace Ame.
All right. Do you know your senator and House of Rep member?
I'm not so sure. Not really.
Okay, well, I think you should try to find
I will
out.
find out.
All right. So, why do you think the focus from presidential election, people focus more on the presidential election more than the state and National Assembly? Why do you think this is happening?
I think people just feel that since that's the highest position, they just want the best person to be there, and then more attention is there. Okay. Yes, that's just what I feel.
So knowing that these are the people representing us, how do you think you can shift this focus from the presidential election to the state and National Assembly?
Okay, already people are aware of what they want. As in presently, people are aware of what they want, and they know now that even if it's, let's say, Party A that wins presidential, Party A must not win governorship or the other elections. So they are aware, and I think that's the decisions people are taking now. It's not going to be like before.
Can we know your name?
Yes, I'm Abubakar Idris Sadiq.
All right. So do you know your senator and House of Rep member?
Yes, of course.
Can you tell us?
Okay, the senator representing my senatorial district is distinguished Senator Godia Akwashiki.
Okay. And the House of Rep?
The House of Rep member is Honorable Abdul Karim Usman Ombamas.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on the focus on presidential election and not on state and National Assembly elections?
Yes, you know, the mindset of our people is basically channeled toward the executive members, not minding the importance of the legislative arm of the government. Okay. And the reason is because the executives owns the control of the economy and the money. So people's mindsets are basically on them, not the senators and the representatives. And even in the state level, they focus more on the governor, not the members of the state assembly, not knowing that they own the power to control the executives in so many cases that the constitutions empower them.
So now, knowing that these are the people representing us, how do you think we can shift this focus to them?
Yes, of course, we have a lot to do. Firstly, is to ensure that we sensitize our people at the grassroots level.
Okay.
Tell them the functions and the duties of the legislations. Right. That these are some of the things they can do. They can hold the executives accountable. That if the legislative arm of the government is strengthened very well, then the executives will not even mess up. And if they were given the powers needed or required by the constitution, then the executive arm of the government will even be afraid of the legislative arm of the government. So our people will only understand that if we're able to mobilize them at the grassroots level, tell them how the constitution empowers the legislative arm of the government. So that will actually rechannel their minds towards giving more attention on the legislative arm of the government, knowing that the legislative arm of the government have a lot to do in checkmating the activities of the executives.
Please, can we know your name?
Okay, my name is Ubong Enetie.
Okay, so do you know your senator and House of Rep member?
Yes, of course I know.
Can you tell us their names?
Yeah, Chris Ekpeyon and Gosolobut Akpabio.
From what constituency?
Abak, Ikot Ekpene Abak Federal Constituency.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on people focusing more on presidential election and not on state and national assembly elections?
Okay, my thought is that I think the media necessarily, or maybe not really, do not give that much reportage, on the other, categories, of electioneering. So the major focus is usually, on presidential and then governorship. So I think it behoves on the media to really, educate the people more on the other categories of electioneering.
So now, knowing that these are the people representing us, how do you think we can shift this focus to them?
Okay, like I said earlier, it still boils down to what the media is feeding us, because we feed off, their reportage.
Okay.
So yeah, if they clearly, make it, out there, like, that, okay, this other, categories of persons, for House of Reps, senatorial seats and all of that are also in the running for, different offices.
Yeah.
And then write several features and editorial, covers on it, then people would also put their concentration on that. But when you have more reports, coming off, presidential seats and then governorship seats, as the case may be, then the main focus is also, would be tilted towards, those two.